Hey Teresa, what are you looking at?
I'm actually checking out some property management websites out in Texas. I have a friend, she's looking to purchase investment property out there. Let's go ahead and check out this website here that shows up in Google first. Oh, they have an investors page. Let's go to that real quick. Oh, there's a pop-up box. It's actually for a lot of my personal information. It doesn't say what they're going to do with that. Let me see if they have a privacy policy that goes into detail what they're going to do with my information. Scrolling. I don't see a privacy policy on here. That's a little concerning. All right, well, let me go to a different website.
Why did you pass up that first website?
You know what? I'm glad you asked me that question. For all the property management companies out there listening to this blog, I'm going to explain to you the importance of having a privacy policy on your website and a cool benefit that a privacy policy brings to your website. It's a not so secret secret. So keep watching and I'll explain exactly that. Number one, what exactly is a privacy policy? In short, a privacy policy is a documentation that tells you the type of information you collect from a visitor that's visiting your website. In addition to that, what you intend to do with that information. There's several different states across the US that have privacy policy laws in place to protect the citizens that live in those states. So me being a resident from California, even though you're in Texas or Florida, they may not have such strict privacy policy laws, is not necessarily to protect you as a business entity, but more so to protect me with my PII, which is personal identifiable information that you collect. Number two, so I know you're wondering, what is that not so secret I brought up earlier? Guess what, guys? You won't believe this. Privacy policies can actually help you rank better in Google. Mind-blowing! You're probably wondering, how do they exactly do that? Check it out. When Google's crawling your website and checking out all those different pages you have on your website, they're looking to see if you're a trustworthy source. How they identify how credible you are is by scanning through your pages, and if you were to have a privacy policy, terms of conditions or terms of use, even disclaimers on your page, that helps Google a lot. It makes indexing a lot easier, and thus the Google bots will help your ranking and search results. Now, just because you add a privacy policy to your website, it's not going to take you from the 10th page to the first page. There's still tons of other SEO best practices you have to have in place and stay on top of if you want to see a significant boost in your ranking. But having that privacy policy added, if you don't have one, can be that little boost you need there. Number three, I already touched on this a little bit, but I think this deserves its own bullet point. Privacy policies bring transparency, which builds credibility and trust. If I'm on a website and I don't know exactly what you're going to do with my PII, personal identifiable information, which is as simple as collecting my name, phone number, and email, that's going to make me a little bit nervous and probably have me go to your competition who actually has that information on their website. It's always good to be as transparent as possible. If I don't know if you're going to sell my personal information or if there's a breach, what you do in those situations, it makes me a little nervous as a visitor on your site. Number four, this is probably the most important thing when it comes to privacy policies. Please make sure you have an attorney that practices in privacy laws and contract laws. So no, that does not mean you can get your attorney, your eviction attorney, to draft you up a privacy policy. Now, if your eviction attorney knows an attorney that practices in privacy law and contract law, and that's their niche, that's their area of expertise, go ahead and get that referral, but don't have them write one up for you. The last thing that I want to share with you guys is we here at 4 & Half actually have a partnership with the owners of Termageddon. And one of the co-owners is actually an attorney herself, and her practice is in exactly that, privacy law and contract law. Her entire job is to stay abreast on all the state laws and all the changes that occur, and in turn, passing that information along to us so we can make sure your privacy policy is always up to date and compliant. Now remember, A privacy policy is only one part of the bigger picture you need to have in place if you really want to expand your business. Another key component is having a marketing plan in addition to your privacy policy. Now, if you have any questions about anything that I mentioned here today in this blog, please feel free to give us a call here at 4 1/2. We'll be more than happy to talk to you. Thank you.